morning to you.
Buenos dias.
Hello, Pat. I have coffee today. How often have I had coffee during coffee time?
Yeah, it's usually because you're up earlier and
Yeah, and I have my coffee.
yeah.
And I can't have more than one because it keeps Christie up all night.
Yeah. Even at this time of day.
So,
Where I had one last night at like 8.
and it was strong.
It was really strong. And I actually slept in. I got up. My Spanish lesson starts at 8. I got up at 7:45 this morning.
Wow.
I know.
And you had the coffee and everything.
No, I had coffee.
No, coffee yesterday. You had, and you still slept like a baby. It's so weird with her, guys. I don't even know what to say because she's freaking amazing when she sleeps.
I sleep? I'm amazing when I sleep. So are most babies.
Very true. So today we are going to Loda Marcos.
We're really, really choppy.
Wow, let me know. We've got 4 banners here, so.
But only on yours, not mine. So it's got to be you.
That's like, so we're going to Loda Marcos today. We have friends of ours that are looking for a house. We had an offer on a house, and they told us we've accepted the offer. And then all of a sudden they said, we've sold it.
Yeah.
Kind of ticked us off. And the problem is they don't belong to Ampy, so they can do whatever the hell they want. Mm-hmm. There is no whip to keep them in line. So that is the rotten part about Mexico, because everybody is an independent contractor. Unless you belong to Ampy, it's the only way you have to adhere to any type of code of ethics.
I don't think black and your beard are a good combination. Just saying. Just saying. Good morning, Karen. Loved the Bayview condo. Isn't that beautiful? That condo in Bayview Grand?
Yeah, it is.
It's a beauty.
It is a beauty.
It's a beauty.
I will post it on Facebook here today.
Was it only on YouTube?
Yeah, I don't think I put it on Facebook. I think it was just on YouTube. And really what I did was I went there and I recorded the video and just uploaded it directly to YouTube. Because that's the beauty of YouTube. And with 4G,
beauty of YouTube.
It's so fast. I mean, 4.5G, whatever that means.
4.5G.
We don't have 5G. Can't complain about that. We have 4.5G.
Yeah.
So
lost us
tomorrow we are going to Mascota to look at the property that we are interested in. Very interested in. And it's going to be kind of fun. I'm excited.
Yes, I know you are.
We have friends that are coming with us also tomorrow. Jeff and Claudia will be attending the unveiling of the land to us.
Maybe I need to put this here. Mine's really dark for whatever reason.
Yours has been dark for days. I don't know how you watch it. You have to make it brighter. The problem is that you'll go through battery quicker. See, mine is very bright.
Well, something of yours has to be bright, right?
Yes. Thank you, honey. You are so good for me. So yesterday when we were doing a video tour, I had the owner's North American real estate agent and a friend, as well as Christie. And Christie was trying to be helpful. She was trying to be helpful. And I said, it's my wife trying to be helpful. I understand that. It still makes me angry, though.
What doesn't make you angry?
Yeah. I know. You know some things that don't make me angry. If you feed me, I'm fine. Just don't feed me crap.
Yeah, like last night. He wanted to go out for dinner last night.
Okay, to be honest, for the last 5 times we said, we're never coming back here, right? And I'm like, well, let's just go here. She's like, okay, again. So she says, she says that, but she is the one who agreed to it.
Yeah, but you keep suggesting it, and I know that's where you like to go, but then you don't like it.
I don't like it.
So from now on, I'm not going to be the agreeable wife. I'm just going to say, hell no. This was at Sirloin Stockade. It's
got stockade in the name. You should know.
Gotten way worse than it was before.
It is horrible now.
Yeah.
Horrible. And before it used to be good, but it has been many, many years. It has been bad.
Yeah.
Like I said, last 5 times, I've said, let's not go after we're done. Like, let's never come back here again.
And both of us just felt nauseous and
so stupid.
We didn't even eat. Like, it's not like we pigged out. It just was disgusting.
I have no idea what to say here, but don't go to Sirloin Stockade. Oh, and if you go after 6,
Don't go to Sirloin Stockade.
No.
And yes, Jim, extra coffee for John today. Actually, no, this is his first.
This is my first.
Sherry, it is exciting looking at property. We do so looking at property for clients / friends today, or friends / clients today, and mañana for us.
Yeah, this will be our 4th property when we get it. It's going to be a big one. Plus, we're also starting the corporation for the children.
Are we going to put this property in the corporation's name?
I don't think it has to be. I think that this can be.
But shouldn't it be? Wouldn't it just be easy to have it all in one?
I don't know. I don't think we're going to make money off of this. Maybe not right away, but eventually. It's 4 acres on a lake, a fishing lake, a lake that they have tournaments on.
Yeah, I think we need to talk to both our lawyer and our accountant on this one, if we like it. So we won't bother until we see it tomorrow, and then get that drip of coffee off your mustache. Ew.
Grr.
No,
So-
grr.
Good morning, Kira. So yesterday after dinner, I'm sitting on the couch and I'm going through here, and I'm like, I felt food from the buffet. I didn't eat it.
You're so disgusting. You
kinda-
are so
It's kind of true.
disgusting.
It's kind of true.
So I got my hair cut yesterday.
No, I believe you had it cut the day before yesterday, and they saw you with your haircut.
No, I got it cut yesterday at noon,
You sure?
and I went to the bank.
I've had a very busy day.
No, he's done nothing. He showered.
Very busy day.
He's done some stuff on the computer, but
So apparently, though, Christie has gotten a haircut. So
such a twit.
actually, I do remember you having new hair. She was wearing sunglasses, and she's like, "I'm so hot, aren't I?" What are you talking about? She's like, "I'm hot, right?" I don't even know what you're talking about. So then that was that, and then I'm like, "Oh, right now I remembered. Oh my gosh, she had a haircut."
Such an idiot. Such an idiot.
It's kinda
I
true.
don't know why I talk to you.
Me either. I really don't.
I'm just gonna do it. Looks very nice. Thank you.
Yep, her hair
Thank
does
you.
look.
Pour
good.
him some more coffee.
Thank
Nope,
you.
I finished it.
Ooh,
I have 2.5 cups to his 1, generally.
she does. That's your life, actually. That's all I'm going to say about that. We went to Cafe Es Todo, but I don't know if it's Cafes Todo or if
No,
it's-
because they highlight the S.
But it's
Yes.
not. It's there's no 2 E's there. It's not Cafe.
No, it's just a
Es
cool
Todo.
way to do it. Cafe Es Todo
And their coffee is so inexpensive.
Mhm.
I mean, they are in a top tier mall, Mexico standards, and it's half price to Starbucks.
And it's a million times better than
It
Starbucks.
is
a million.
better.
I mean, it's so their coffee. I got an extra shot, and I only ordered a large, not an extra large. That's where I think I made my mistake.
There you go.
But it was good, and it was strong, and it was.
Well, not only that, a kilo of their their entire beans is 230 pesos.
Whole
Whole beans. 230 pesos.
Although
for
I
a
will
kilo.
say this isn't a coffee commercial,
No.
but Costco right now has this in. Oh, that's too bright. Too bright.
What does it
Too
say? It
bright.
says Cafe de
The
Grano.
Farmers Co-op, the Coffee Farmers Co-op, and it's an Italian roast. It's from Chiapas.
We like Chiapas.
Which is great. Chiapas, really, besides my Pluma Oaxaca, Chiapas makes great coffee.
Chiapas is right next door to Oaxaca on the map.
And it even gives you instructions on how to use it.
There you go.
I love it.
And how much was that?
This is only 180 pesos.
What?
And it's a kilo. And it is
Where can you buy a kilo of anything for 180 pesos?
it's an intense coffee with a little bit of chocolate notes in it, a little bit sweet. Like it really is a delicious coffee. So this mixed with my Pluma Oaxaca is excellent.
Do you guys get confused because I'm looking at you? Christie's always looking at herself. Do you guys like she's always lost in space somewhere. She's really looking at you, but she's not. Help her out, please. If she's not looking at you, tell her.
Eyes up here. Eyes up here.
Eyes up here. No.
We can't see them. They'd have to type it out.
Well, you can look down every once in a while, but quit looking at yourself. It's
I was looking at the
damn,
coffee.
that hair is so awesome. Should have done it. She was wearing sunglasses and everything, guys. None of that is true, by the way.
Wow, Mom.
What?
The proof of how desperate I am for company? I watch Coffee Time almost every morning. LOL. Must say it's a great way to stay in touch with my family in Mexico. You're my mom. If anybody should be watching Coffee Time every day, it should be you.
My mom, she's like, you're so handsome and this and that. And I'm like, Mom, you have to say that. I'm your son. She's like, no, you are. I'm like, no, you have to say that. I mean, we say that about our kids.
I don't. Oh, sorry.
That's true. Christie was a terrible mother. When the children would do pictures and stuff, she would like, we can't put that on the fridge. It's not good enough.
Such a liar.
She would do that all the time to her
Why
children.
do you lie to our friends?
I'm not lying.
Oh, Cecilia, eso es por la oficina. Por favor.
Yeah, we have to bring soda to the office.
Soda water.
Soda water.
And a regular water.
Because when people come to our office, we offer them, and it doesn't matter what time of the day it is, we offer them soda water, plain, real soda, flavored soda water.
No, we don't have plain soda water.
Scratch that. Wine, beer, or tequila. Like, it's a pretty kick butt beer. It's a kick butt office we have. I think.
We get a lot of comments and compliments. Oh, you can't do that in Alberta or in Canada. No,
Yeah.
you can't. That's why it's fun to have a real estate office in Mexico.
And we only get people to have a drink after they've signed paperwork already.
That's right.
Because law of contract. No, we don't have law of contract in Mexico. In fact, some timeshare places in the old days would get people so blisteringly drunk, then they'd be like, sign this. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Good morning, Sheila. How are you this morning?
And in Mexico, we have what's called Profeco, which is kind of like the Better Business Bureau. It's a government entity, though, not a private enterprise. And if you bring in your paperwork, etc., they're kind of like, "Yep, that's not valid." Mm-hmm. So it is cool because people.
Speaking of that, there is that AMPI thing tomorrow too.
Yeah, we won't be able to attend that, but they have it now where you're going to be able to register your new sale contracts at pre-construction at Profeco. And that is going to be very intriguing to see how that unfolds. Only because in the past, it's been complicated for folks to do anything. So yeah, I think that's going to be very, very good for the real estate industry here. It looks like, and this is the rotten part of watching the news and videos of what's going on up there, that the world seems to be kind of in this weird meltdown, except when you're living in it. If you're just living in it, the world looks kind of normal. Trees are still growing, plants are still growing, birds are still chirping.
Yep.
Mosquitoes are still attacking people and bleeding them out to death.
Bleeding them out to death.
Well, actually, except in Alberta because of that snow. That snow had to have killed a bunch of mosquitoes.
Yeah.
So lucky you guys.
But that could make it also that it's going to be really wet and then more mosquitoes.
It depends because if they warmed up enough to have the mosquitoes, the eggs start to hatch. Like we saw a picture today. Clem, I don't know if you're going to see this, but you look cold, man.
Yeah.
That is crazy. And I mean, that's just wrong to be that cold. You left Mexico for that? Yeah, these people that left Mexico, especially our Winnipeg friends.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, what the heck were you guys thinking? It's like out of, not even the pan, it's kind of out of heaven.
Out of heaven.
And into a frozen hell. Frozen hell. Called Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Or Alberta.
Mom, I just sent you a few pictures. I forgot to send them to you the other day. They're starting on our lot, right? You know that in our.
You're doing such a great job.
Yeah, and the picture that you see of the pool is them in Topeka picking it up. And so now we drove past the pool place yesterday, and we saw it in the lot.
And why haven't you stopped by just to? I love you.
Because they've been locked. They've been closed.
I'm surprised you didn't climb over the gate.
I should and go take a picture of it. I'll wait till it's in my own yard, though.
That's true.
Good morning, Jean. How are you this morning? So Mom, I sent you some pictures of what's happening in our
Our
backyard.
pool is going to be kick butt. Like, I mean, that whole yard, I think, is going to be brilliant. And where the house, the threeplex is going to be eventually, not yet, I think we're going to put some ducks in there. Maybe a goat.
I'm not sure about a goat. Probably just ducks.
Well, no, I think a goat would be good because it doesn't have to be a pet forever. It can eventually go in
What are
your
you eating?
belly.
What are we eating today, Nana? Oh, we're eating Billy.
Yeah. Kids have to know that's where food comes from.
Not their. What about Bailey?
Nobody eats their dog in our culture. Now,
In our culture.
If you go to China, baba perro. Perro is Spanish.
So I don't think they say that in China.
No, it isn't. But at the same
And
time,
yes, Jean, we are looking forward to seeing you guys soon also.
so what else is going on in our world? So yesterday we got a very interesting phone call from an agent. We'd put an offer in on a property for clients of ours. It's close to the water. It's like half a block from the water, and literally steps on either side to get to the beach. And the price they countered. So we put in three. There was 3 offers put in on the property. 2 of them came from our clients. The first one, the clients really wanted oceanfront. They didn't really want this house, so they put in a little bit of a low offer. Seller's like, no, they came back with the price. So then with the second offer, they came back with that same price. So I just said to the clients, listen, this is what you're going to do. Just put it in at that price. You'll get it. So we put it in at that price. And they said, no, they're not going to sign anything because they're trying to lower their capital gains. Now, the problem with that was...
There's a big but.
The big but, sorry. It was bought with a corporation. So I'm thinking they did what we said we were going to do with our children, but instead of having the corporation own it, they decided to sell it. Because the thing is, if your corporation is going to own it, you never want to sell it.
And if
ever.
you do, you buy something to replace it, and that'll offset your capital gains. Remember?
That is true.
But it won't remove them. It'll just credit them or whatever.
Yes, actually. So we probably should tell the client that if they're serious. But I think they're older, and I think they don't have any kids.
So then they didn't do at all what we did.
No.
They were probably one of those people that were told that, hey, if you put it in a trust, you won't have to pay.
In a corporation.
Or if you put it in a corporation, you won't have to pay your yearly fees, your trust fees.
We always tell our clients, if it's not in a person's name, it cannot be a primary residence. Yeah. The government will never, ever, ever give you any kind of treatment positive.
And a corporation cannot do much at all in regards to minimizing the capital gains, unless they're doing it as a business, which is the only reason you should put property in a corporation down here, which is what our plan is with the corporation we're setting up for our kids.
Now, unless you've got 3 properties, our lawyer says that 3 properties, it is worthwhile to have a corporation.
Because obviously you're not living in all 3. So we live in one, our kids live in one, our lot is our 3rd property that we own. Those will never, the house we may eventually, the little house we may eventually put into the corporation, sell it to the corporation. We'll see. Good morning, Rosemary. How are you?
Hello, hello.
Looks like you had a wonderful visit with your beautiful granddaughters. I can't wait till mine are old enough that we can travel and do those kinds of things.
Well, Taylor is telling Christie she wants to go to Mexico City.
Yeah.
She's not even 4 years old, and she's already saying, Nana, I really want to go.
I showed her a picture. So on my tablet, I had pictures of Mexico City. So, and they popped up. So she was looking at them, and I said, oh, that's Mexico City. Isn't that pretty? And she's, Nana, I want to go. I want you to take me to Mexico City. But she also wants me to buy her a new car and a house. So
she's kind of a demanding granddaughter.
She is not at all a demanding granddaughter.
She wants a house and a car, Christie.
She wants a house like ours.
Yeah, well,
she wants more space. They like coming here, which that makes me feel happy.
Yeah, upstairs we have a kids area, obviously the
which
pool.
We still need to get fixed.
We do. But I mean, the trampoline they love.
Yeah.
And they both look like orphans after they go on the trampoline because it's just dusty.
So dusty. So dusty.
Oh, it was really interesting. The other day, I said to Christie, I said, I'm going to go upstairs and clean the solar panels. She's like, well, why? And I said, it's been over a month. You have to clean your solar panels. If you have solar panels on your roof, you really need to clean them at least once a month. And it was fascinating because this is what happens. The curve goes up, sun rises, and then it peaks, and then it goes down. So I have this program that tells me what I'm generating for electricity. So it went like this, and then it went up again, and then down.
This little tiny spike and then down again because he'd washed them. And that was even at like 5:30, 6 o'clock at night.
It was crazy. And not even that. I didn't really even wash them. I just sprayed the dust off.
Right.
So it was taking that much
filtering that much light.
Filtering. Yeah. So I was probably losing 7 to 10 kilowatts a day by not doing that. That is a lot of electricity. You need to get
up there every day and wash those panels.
Don't even joke.
So we have lots for the summer.
Now, we did say to the people that installed their solar panels, we want you to install a water spray system. They never did.
No.
So I'm the water spray system. And you really do want soft water to do that. Because if you don't have soft water, you've got spots. Now, we do not have soft water. We bought the water softener. And it never got installed. And now parts are missing. So we may have to buy a new water softener.
No, the parts have got to be able to be found. We need to get a good plumber over here, have him really take a good look at it and see what's missing. I thought we have a good plumber here. I haven't asked Jorge to do it, actually. That's right.
Oh, he's also a welder. Love that. Like, that is his main thing.
Pulled up.
Excellent. So we do have to discuss with him today about the cistern. A cistern is how you have your water underground. It's not like in Canada or the US where they'll have 60 or 100 PSI for water to get to your house. So what they do is it kind of trickles in, and they have these cisterns underground, and then underground the water collects when the water runs. Now, they don't turn it off like they did in the old days. Like, it could be off for a week last time, and you'd run out of water. It was terrifying. Those days are long gone. So the water comes in. We have a 1 cubic meter cistern, which really is not big for us. The original owner of this house was a single woman, and for her, it was fantastic. But now we're getting a
not that we've ever run out, but
no, we are now getting a 5 cubic meter cistern in the back. So we also have, so down below is called a cisterna, a cistern, and above it's a tinaco. And a tinaco is, you have a pump below that takes that water from below and it pumps it up to the top floor to the tinaco, and from there gravity does the rest. So you'll have, typically most Mexicans will have 2 cisterns. We'll have 1 cistern and 1 tinaco, and that is their water backup. For us, we've got 2 cubic meters of water. Currently, we will have 7 when this is all done. Plus, we will also have our pool, which technically can be diverted and purified into drinking water if it ever came.
Or we could at least use it to flush toilets.
Or we could use it to operate our still. There's nothing like using pool water in your still.
That sounds disgusting.
Kind of
Won't
does.
the chlorine kill?
Now, that is interesting also. We have a salt generator for our chlorine. And I never thought about this because people are always like, salt water. It's almost, you can't taste the salt, really. But what it does is it takes that salt, breaks it into sodium and chlorine, and then that chlorinates your pool. Like, it's a brilliant system.
Your pool, yeah. So it's a lot less harsh on your skin.
Yeah. It doesn't burn your eyeballs like chlorine does. And I think, because if you pee in a pool that has chlorine in it, you will smell the chlorine. Like, when you're smelling a chlorine pool, it just means there's a lot of pee in there.
Gross. Or it was freshly done.
Or it was fresh.
We'll give all of you people the benefit of the doubt. If people say, oh, the chlorine's really strong. I just cleaned it.
It's really warm around me.
Because I'm peeing.
Yep. And also, we do need to buy the water heaters for the roof. For
Told
our
ya,
house.
let's go to Morelia.
Stop that. We don't need to go to Morelia.
I want to go back to Santa Clara.
That's the place we got our copper hood fan, which is gorgeous, by the way. I mean, it really is gorgeous.
Actually, you can see in the corner here, those are some copper mugs hanging on the wall there.
For Moscow mules, we never have them, but at least we have the cups ready to go.
They look pretty. They're dusty though right now.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Why are you sorry? Because they're dusty?
They're dusty.
Then clean them. Get out there.
Yeah.
Get cleaning.
So when are we going to Lo de Marcos?
We are leaving here just after 11. We're going to go pick up.
I think, oh my gosh, I wanted to do the drone today, but I will do the drone tomorrow. I will take photos from the sky, show you the land that we're looking at. And
Why can't you do it today? Battery's dead?
I think so. Like the new drone, it's very different than the old
Yeah.
drone. The old drone was brilliant, which is why I think it's everything can have built-in obsolescence. When they tell you it's got a 50,000 hours on the bulb, expect it to go less, but never last more than 50,000 hours because it's built in. It's going to destroy because how can they sell new ones if they don't destroy? Cars, everything has that, and it drives me bonkers. Like the Hutterites in Canada, you'd have a belt. They would make a belt. That belt would go to their great-great-grandchildren, like a belt. And now they make them where the stuff comes off. It's terrible. It drives me crazy.
I bet you if you got some, like a well-made one from here in Mexico, it would last a long time. If you found someone that was actually, like, go to Leon and find someone that's actually making them.
Yeah. Oh, Christie also learned today Guadalajara.
Guanajuato. Guanajuato.
It is Guanajuato.
Did you see the article about the new law that only Mexican citizens can fly drones in Mexico? Yes, but John has a drone that fits under that
249 grams.
yeah.
So yeah, it is so nuts that you have to be Mexican born to fly a drone in Mexico. That's stupid.
That doesn't even make sense. What?
It is
Why?
a stupid law.
Yeah. But John's drone does fit under that law
Yeah. And I mean
everywhere, actually.
yeah,
That's
even in
why
Canada. whatever.
that's why they sell them at $249 specifically.
Yeah, and it even has on the side of the drone 249 grams. So that way if a cop or whatever. And they're so tiny. And they even have smaller ones now.
Mhm.
The problem is that with the wind, it picks up, puts stuff all over the place. And also the size of the camera is affected. Because the bigger the camera, the bigger the sensor, the better the quality of the photos. It's not the best.
Enforcement is a joke. Yeah, can you see them enforcing it?
Up against the wall, foreigner. How dare you fly a drone? You weren't even born in Mexico.
Just like they've said, that you have to, for people that are on motorcycles, they have to wear helmets. We see that all the time, that people aren't wearing their helmets. Everybody in a car now is supposed to be seat belted in.
Well, this whole thing with people like, if it's the law, you must follow it. If it's a stupid law, if it isn't, it is nuts. For God's sakes, do not fight the damn
There's
laws.
also a difference between a law and a mandate. Let's just put it out
Oh
there.
yeah.
Let's put it out
Well,
there.
the government plays a tricky game with mandates versus laws.
Yeah.
They're like, you must follow our mandates. But then when it goes to courts, they're like, it's a mandate. It's not meant to be followed. That's just only idiots
It's a suggestion.
follow the mandates. Guys, they're playing a game. They all need to be fired.
And the problem is they're winning still.
Oh God, we have the head of health services in Mexico saying masks are over. It is done. The governor is like, oh, wait a second. I think that it's a bad idea. Nobody's dying from this anymore.
It's because the governor of Jalisco does not like the president of Mexico. That's what this boils down to. So he will do anything
But then
opposite.
how come the people suffer? How come the people are made to suffer for a personal slight? That is dogma. How much in Mexico, Missouri? 6 months worth of wages. Mexico, Missouri.
I think you have to clarify your question, Senor Toby.
We need commas. We need something. Help us, please.
How much in Mexico is the equivalent of 6 months worth of wages? Is that what you're asking probably for getting your visa? That would be my guess. Motorcycle helmet costs 6 months of wages?
Wow.
Yeah.
I would not, that really makes sense to me. Because in Mexico, it's not like up there, guys. It is crazy how when you buy stuff here, it can be so much more. It used to be worse. Like televisions used to be so flippin' expensive. And now they're kind of like, let them eat cake. We want them entertained while we destroy their world. So give them cheap televisions. Now, cameras. Yesterday we were at Liverpool and there is a Sony camera I want. It's an A6600. It's been out for about a year and a half, 2 years, and I wanted one when it first came out. But by then I really wasn't as much into photography. But in the US, it is $1,100, $1,200. In Mexico, it was like 63 or 64,000 pesos.
Time for another trip to Vegas.
3 times the price of the real world. That's Mexico right there in a nutshell.
Yeah, our first and only trip to Vegas was so he could get a camera that he really wanted. We paid less going to Vegas for a week or 5 days or whatever we went, doing some shopping, staying in a nice hotel, flying, all that kind of stuff. It cost us less to do that, to go on that trip, than it would have been to buy that camera here.
It was $1,800 US in the US. It was the equivalent of $9,000 in Mexico for the same damn
Oh, I
camera.
thought it was 5,000.
No, it's 90,000 pesos. 90,000 pesos. At the time, it was 10 to 1. So
Yeah, this was quite a few years ago.
it was quite a few years ago.
Bring our extra helmets. You know what? That's not a bad idea. I never thought of that. I don't know how much a helmet here costs. I've never.
Now, to be honest, though, we have friends of ours. One of them is an emergency room physician, like he's a surgeon, and he hates the idea of helmets. Only because he says, listen, if you live through it and it's a bad accident, that helmet, it may save your brain, but your body. You kind of want to die.
I disagree with that.
Yeah. No, I do think, because even then, I mean, you look at the head injuries, neck injuries, back injuries, body injuries. Spencer, our youngest son, the daredevil, who we love, he loves motorcycles. And one time, a doctor friend of ours, we'd gone out for dinner with Spencer, doctor friend of ours, and us. And we were talking about his very first emergency room incident was a motorcycle. And the guy's leg was broken in half, sticking out. It was a compound fracture. And Spencer's eyes are all big. He goes back to Canada. He's doing 100 kilometers an hour, which really isn't terribly fast. And the engine blew up on the bike. And then it falls, oils all over everything, and he's sliding along the highway. And going through his head is all of this conversation that we had with Stock. He's like, no! But he was fine. He was fine. He made it. Yeah. But at the same time, my dad always said, if you drive a motorcycle in North America, every 5 years, expect a major accident.
And here, I think it's less.
It
they
is.
Drive yesterday, I was driving. Okay, you guys, I drive a big pickup truck, right? Visibility in a pickup truck is not the greatest, I have to say. 2 times these dummies
in
on
minutes,
motorcycles.
In minutes. Two times in minutes.
Cut me off. I'm like, are you guys stupid? Do you see what I'm driving compared to what you're driving?
Well, we have in Mexico the third lane. The third lane doesn't really exist, but Mexicans make it a third lane. So if you're on a highway, 2 lanes of traffic are here. Then you'll have people that'll be like, I am better, I am smarter, I am faster. I don't need to wait for you. I'm going to create a third lane. And they do. And so then people will be like trying to create, they want to stop that third lane. Well, the other day we're on our way to the movie theater and we were stuck in those 2 lanes in the third lane. Well, a motorcyclist comes by and Zach says, for him, I'm okay if he goes. And I said, well, why? He says, he doesn't have long to live.
So he
It
has to
says,
hurry up.
let him go wherever he wants to go because he will end up dead. And
That's funny.
I really laughed at that.
But yesterday, one of the things was I was turning to go onto the highway. And when you take driving lessons in north of the border, let's say, you are taught to go into the first lane, not the second lane like a lot of people here do. So that was my plan. I was going in my big truck, going from the lateral, turning around to go back into, this was when we were going to Vallarta yesterday. And sorry, my nose is tickly. And anyways, so this guy on the motorcycle, he's trying to get in between me and the curb, basically, because I was taking my corner. And he's like, oh, she actually knows how to drive, maybe. He didn't.
Yeah.
Anyways, on that note, it's time for us to go.
Crazy drivers of Mexico. Mostly
But not
motorcycles.
just Mexico. They, when I'm driving with other people, they're like, yeah, you know what? It's this bad everywhere now.
So everybody just driving the way they want to
Yes.
drive. We're kind of turning into this Mad Max-ish world.
And then a lot of them wear their masks, so we can't see who they are. Alone in their cars.
When we were at Costa yesterday, somebody come up to us and started talking. And I knew who it was. And I said to Christie, how did you know who it was? She says, well, until he started talking, I didn't know who he was. But it's just funny because for whatever reason, everybody knows who we are. I have no idea.
Especially when we're together.
Yeah, maybe. So yeah, they know
But
who
when
we
you
are.
see, sometimes I think when you see people out of context, it takes a bit to, and I wasn't really paying attention. All of a sudden, I just hear our names called. So I turn around and I look at a guy, and then it took me a second, but I realized who he was right away. But yeah, the masks hide your face.
It sucks, and it's on purpose, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
But hello and goodbye. You guys
Okay,
have
bye,
a great
guys.
day. We are really signing out here. Have a good one.